Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin. And here we go. This time I should have actually loaded the game before I started recording. Oh well. Well, you're just going to have to wait with me for a few seconds here while the game loads. And meanwhile, in this time you could go grab yourself something to drink, because this is gonna be a doozy. We are probably going to run around the town for a while before continuing on with the main story. This certainly is taking a while. Ah, God. Okay.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be released it.
Well,
The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down
let's
yourself.
talk here.
I wish for you to try.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see ya. Easy tool, that's the source hunter you're talking to. Curious situation you've got here. Is the woman in this cage under arrest? She may have the look of a woman, but if you squint hard enough, she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her right on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast started like a wildcat and lunged right at me. Bit tuli right in the face she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot. Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid. And what will become of this admittedly strange stranger? Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick despite Tuli's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her in the wilds again, can we? Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs. After all, a fearless hunter might prove useful for our investigation. Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, pal. Heed me, Sauce Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder, and don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach. Let's talk to her. You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of birds as I am of the bears? I meant that I would be responsible for you. I will keep you out of trouble. In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I'm happy to have a friend in such a place. A child of bears? What does that mean exactly? And so the lonely babe has fed upon the wild mother's milk and cast aside for human kin to thrive on his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Thris, you know it? The wise god of wolf Amira raised the child Thris among her litter. He thrived and grew into a great protector of her forest. I'd like to ask you and the game froze for a moment. Is still frozen. Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions. So you were raised by bears in the wild. Your city is far more wild than Home Forest. In Home Forest the rules are clear. In Home Forest your presence, your strength and your speed determine your fate. Here a tiny Scrooge woman with no swifter than a mudworm might confine you into a tiny prison, and one must wait for a kind stranger to grant freedom. But how come did you learn to speak? Jareth, Vice Jareth, taught me the bird song of our people. If not for him, I would have never learned more than the beast could teach me. A beast's life is to survive, a human's is to know. I am both beast and human, and so I must do both. You seem to know quite a lot of history for the daughter of a bear. How is this possible? I have learned all the bird song that Jareth would teach me. He sang to me and I remembered every word. These tales have brought me much pleasure. It is the greatest way in which I am very human. The remembering of the beasts is without lies. We know not to approach the wasp's net because long ago one bear mother discovered its dangers. This she taught to her cubs, and those cubs taught the next. We do not remember Rito and the battle of the buzzing groups. We remember only what is useful to us. Rito will be forgotten. The beauty of the story will be forgotten, but the lesson will not. Tell me more about Jareth. He came to me when I was small, a fierce wild one, yet unaware of the differences between other cubs and herself. He called to me in a soft song. At first I thought him a great bird. We each reached out to the other. We found each other. Jareth visited me frequently, and in time I learned his songs and more. When he built a small cabin within Home Forest, I hunted his food and fetched his mother. Excuse me, my throat is very dry. I hunted his food and fetched his water by day while he studied his books and his magic. By night, by the fire, he'd tell me tales of the world of people. Jareth is my master and my friend, my teacher and myself. He teaches me and I care for him. Why have you come to Sicil? There was a great disturbance in Home Forest. A terrible disease came in the night and turned birds and beasts soft and foul as carrion while they still lived. I watched countless of my loved ones die, rotted from the inside. When I ran to Jareth to tell him what I had seen, his reaction was strange. He had no answer. Next morning, Jareth did not emerge from his room. I left him be, but after 3 days I grew anxious. I broke down the door, and inside his chamber was nothing. His equipment, his books, all but some scraps of parchment were gone. He was kidnapped, along all his research taken with him, and the only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words, but I recognized the threat. Death coming for you, and the signature Attenberah. I do not know the one called Attenberah, but I know that if I am to find Jareth, I must start there. Whoever this Attenberah may be, I believe he or she may know where Jareth has been taken. I'll take my leave. So that's freaking cool. Jump! Awesome! Poison curing. This character will be freaking awesome. Do we have some arrows we can give her? Silver arrows. Stunning arrow.
Sorry, sir.
Steam cloud arrow. Fire arrows. So, yeah, this is an awesome character. Let's talk to her. Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed by the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little, but among men there are no guarantees. There is little in our world more variable than the minds of men, and it is the source of great beauty and much despair, and all of it uniquely human. I'm going to now actually roleplay a bit, so I'm gonna make the guy seem a little more douchey. So yes, as you've noticed, we are an unpredictable species, as likely to kill as to heal. It's best to be wary of those you meet for this very reason. But the woman will be a little more friendly. We may be unpredictable, but it serves one better to hope for the best than to assume the worst. Like attracts like, after all. It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and other in the city. Source Hunter. I'm glad that I now have you standing beside me. even if one burns hot while other wheezes cold. That's reactive storytelling. That's pretty cool. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And then perhaps then will I decide for myself whether yours is a noble kind. Sneaking! So, Staff of Magics. Let's see if she has... Ricochet. It's a forking spell. And of course the Staff of Magics, which is kinda useless. That's awesome! I really love this character. She's so unique. Well, not unique, but like really, really cool.
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Riverlong's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the Seven.
I really enjoyed that. Let's see if that actually changed their personalities. Apparently not. And she hasn't got a personality yet, so... Pardo it is Aramor. Okay, so... I wonder where we are supposed to go. Arhu's study and Orius office, so that's where we're supposed to go.
I think that's funny.
So many empty bottles! And a lot of stuff to be stolen, if we would want that. Let's see what's in Barbire Daughter's inventory. Resurrect scroll, that's useful. Let's see what's in the bag. Nothing. Okay. That dagger will be quite useless. Actually, let's keep it just in case. Stunning arrow. Air damage. Poison arrow. Silver arrow. Steam cloud. And a lot of damage. And fire damage. Okay, so that's really cool. Actually, let's see if... I hope you couldn't hear that, but I just got a message on my phone. Excuse me for a moment. So, sorry about that. I got a message from my girlfriend, so... Could we create some arrows? Let's... How do you craft? Not enough crafting. Okay.